Hello, beautiful souls. Hopefully the wind doesn't pick up too much because I don't have my headphones and I don't have a mic. So I'm just getting on here because I'm guided to. Leaves are just rustling. I'm at one of my favorite spots in the sunshine. I've been out here for an hour. I took a walk, about a 2-mile walk. You're going to hear the geese. You're probably going to hear the different bird sounds. The geese have been quite feisty this morning. It is probably about 45. It's again about 10 miles an hour wind. So when it's open here, it gets a little chilly. So hence I'm all bundled up and in my messy, magical self. And why am I here? I'm here to remind you that you are not dying. You are waking up. So you may have already been through your first awakening since 2020 up until now. Maybe you woke up last year like I did. I slowly was already waking up and had gone through many awakenings. So you may resonate with going through many awakenings, or maybe going through a few very profound, very messy, very uncomfortable awakenings. 2020 was a huge catalyst for the collective consciousness because it needed to be propelled into the direction of consciousness elevating and waking the fuck up. Hence all of the plans that were made for the demic that took place. I already knew this from the beginning. I already knew, not at the depth that I know now, but I fucking knew shit was shady then. Again, I was we're going to say blackmailed into that one round, and I know how to detox from a lot of stuff. I've had a lot of detox protocols over the years. We're not going to go into the video on this. Is not the point of the video, but I'm just saying we're talking about waking up, and this is part of it. So I already knew how to detox from all of that. I already had plans in place around that, detox protocols, using different binding agents and herbs and nutrition and different things to help extract anything. And again, I already know I'm divinely protected. I didn't know at that time that I knew my team was not going to allow any nanobots or anything to take hold, because that was part of a larger picture. If you didn't know, again, please go check out The Real Ishmael Perez. Go binge watch on his content that he's been posting, I think, since 2022, if you feel called to. But there was nanobots in that technology. Negative AI nanobots to create basically to create sleeper cells. I mean, there's been sleeper cells that exist. But basically again, I don't, the cray, the more cray and the more delulu is, the more true. So remember, the more cray, the more delulu, the more true it is. So that was to try to create a zombie type apocalypse type shit. Again, take what resonates, leave what fucking does not. If you know, you know. I'm not trying to convince you of anything. I'm not trying to prove anything. I'm just trying to share my perspective, my thoughts and opinions, my channel with whoever's receiving this. And whoever's receiving this is perfect. You're receiving me, my frequency, my energy, my flavor, my color, my essence. You're receiving these nature codes, these elemental codes. Let's bring source in. You're receiving source codes. All right. Water, air, wind, earth. There's no fire out here, thank goodness. But yeah, the fire's within. I'm bringing in my fire, my own internal fire and flame. So yeah, some of you might be just waking up. You might be part of the second waivers. So a lot of us first waivers, there's a few that have been awake for a while. Like in the past, I would say, depending on your age, there have been some what we would consider the first waivers that have been awake for maybe 20 years or gone through many awakenings in the past 20 or 30 years. They're in that 60 to 70 age range. I think the first group of starseeds that incarnated from the starseed program were, I think, in the 40s and 50s. Don't quote me on that. You can kind of go again. Ishmael, The Real Ishmael Perez, has got a lot of that galactic origin and all of our information there. That's not for me to talk about. Just these little tidbits that are coming through. And there's been some that have been awake for 10 years. I would say definitely I've had some mini awakenings in these past 10 years when I moved into this space than I'm in now for a lot of reasons. A lot of things worked out perfect. Again, still going through the process and learning a lot, and then meeting my partner in 2018, and then that took place at the end of 2019 and into 2020, which again was another big basically bitch slap in the face. Source says it's time to wake up the Galactics. It's time to get you guys going. You're all still just sleeping. You're in this coma. Wake the fuck up. So that was a trajectory in that trajectory. Human words, please. Someone needed that. So you've seen this unfolding. If you can go back, you can see that. So you might be part of what we call the first wave, this first group. But some of these first wavers were already awake before the 2020. And then the next round came in between 2020, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. So there's a few people that create content there in my atmosphere that were awake and were guided to start creating content like in 22, 23, 24. And now they're a little further on their path, but this doesn't mean you're behind. It doesn't mean that I'm behind. It means we're perfectly and divinely on time according to what we coded ourselves, what our souls coded our paths, what our contracts, right? Remember, we're here. We've got, like, I literally had some fun a few days ago. I don't know, whenever I had this image of me sitting at my table, my round table with my team members, my soul fam, my guides, my angels, and just like bringing me piles of soul contracts, like just stacks of them, like just dropping them on the table. And I'm like, all right, where do I sign? You know? So I've had a lot of soul contracts. I've been working through a lot of soul contracts, a lot of karma, a lot of generational karma, and you might resonate with that. You might resonate with what one might prefer you to say. You might be this generational curse breaker, the one to clean the house, not just your house, not just your field, but lineages backwards and forwards, because when you're cleaning, everything's happening all at once, right? Which is hard for the human brain to understand. It is all a paradox. And so literally when you do the work on yourself, not only are you participating in sacred purpose for the collective, everyone's like, what's my fucking purpose? I did this too. Your purpose is to heal and to go within and to clear the trauma, the pain, the hurt, all of the curses, whatever, the programming, the conditioning, the belief systems. They all want to chime in apparently right now too as confirmation. And we're like, what's my sacred purpose? Well, that's your sacred purpose until further notice. And then once you clean enough of this, your field, your physical human body, where it stores this stuff, this information, it's all information, frequency, and energy, then you're stepped into the next thing, which you ask, being maybe to create, maybe to go out and play and enjoy life and become present instead of in front of tech. Or if you are in tech, I say pay your attention to super conscious podcasts and super conscious conversations, because you're going to get activations. And I've been watching Michael Denny. Go check his channel out. Everyone has a different perspective. Yes, we see you, we hear you, y'all. Okay? And just become more present. And I love nature. And my partner loves nature. We see beauty in everything. I see beauty in everything. Everything. Okay? And maybe after you've done a lot of clearing and healing, you've been asked to go out into nature and start maybe hiking or spending more time near the water, or just sitting and just being in nature, listening to the sounds, the birds, watch the fae, the bugs, the butterflies, whatever it is, the wind blowing through. That's what you've been guided. That's your next sacred purpose. That's what you've been guided for, your next sacred purpose. All right. So we got to quit looking so far ahead and just focus on now. And that was a big part of my journey in this past year, 18 months to 2 years, whatever, is learning to be more present and enjoy this space that I've created for myself, that Source has created myself. Am I making any money doing it? Not this way, but I am so rich with time and space and energy, and just having that space to be able to relax and do whatever the fuck I want to do whenever I fucking want to do it. That 10, 1, 0, 0, 0, you are seeing numbers on the minute. I looked that up this morning. I've been seeing numbers on the minute. 1011. You've been seeing, of course, the mirrored numbers, the 1111s, the 2222s, the 444s, maybe 2121 or 1212, things like that. But 1022, you're also seeing numbers on the minute. And I've been seeing a lot more synchronicities and symbolism and signs around the minute mark. So something about this minute mark, and I haven't quite figured it out completely, because I know it's another code, it's a sign, it's a synchronicity, it's a clue. I haven't quite fully figured that out yet, but it's something about a minute mark, the minute mark, like the Minuteman. Like, I don't know what the Minuteman is, like, I don't know, but that might resonate with you. Again, when we squirrel, what seemingly seems digressive, or we're weaving in. When you see channels kind of go here, there, and everywhere, it's a weaving process of these frequencies and energies. It's not this linear, structured conversation, and I hate those conversations for the most part. Unless they're very informative and very resonant, I don't like things that are like this. I like people that kind of go off and, let's say they're doing a tarot reading, and they get a download, and they're like, okay, now I need to talk about this, because whoever's listening to this needs to know about this. They need to know about the Cabal. They need to know about the Secret Space Program. All right, now we're back to the tarot reading. All right, now we get our download, and now we're going off here to the entities and body jumping. All right, now we're back to the tarot reading. Do you see what I mean? There is so much magic in those types of content. So please don't bypass that. Again, like I said, the more cray-cray and delulu it seems to the ego and mind, perfect, because that's the more true it is. That's the true. So hold your delulu, embody your delulu, embody your cray-cray, because that's your true authentic self. Honestly, full-blown, no fuck arounds. When you embody your delulu and your cray-cray and your weird, that's your true authentic self, wanting to dance and play and to create in this beautiful school we incarnated in. 1221 on the timer, 1222. So you are receiving codes, you're receiving activations, you're receiving frequencies and energies that you are meant to receive in this now present moment. And there's no coincidence that I was guided to literally sit up and hit record. It's like, whoop, sit up. Source says hit record, and so here I am. Sharing the beauty, sharing my magic, my magnificence, because I know how fucking magical and magnificent I am, and how fucking powerful I am, to remind you how fucking powerful and magnificent and magical you are. Because you are. You just forgot, and you've been programmed so deeply, in conditioned so hard over generations. It's in the bloodline. That's why we're here, to basically purify the bloodlines, forwards and backwards. Our earth bloodlines, the blood lineage here on planet Earth, through this human avatar, this very sacred, highly advanced organic technology. But we're also here to purify and cleanse our soul lineage. All right? Does this resonate? Where does this land? So I like to say this, and Source likes to have me say this often, is like, where does this land? How does it feel? I'm not talking about the ego mind. We're not trying to figure this out. It's like, just how does it feel in your physical body? How does it feel in your field? What do you see? What do you see? What do you hear? Again, what do you know? What do you know? What do you just know? Like, I'm very clear knowing, and that's fucked with my whole ego, because people want proof, and it's like, how do you know? I said, I don't fucking know. How do you know that's true? I just know that's true, and I know that is bullshit. I know that is so fucking true, and that is just stanky ass pile of bullshit. I've just known this my entire life without actually knowing it. Now, after waking up and doing all the work, I'm like, I own it. Like, if I'm guided to say something and it cracks somebody open, it activates something, it creates a tower moment, whatever it's meant to create, because I'm just a vessel, I'm a channel, I have to honor that. The reason why I'm being used as a channel, I don't know the full reason, I just know I'm a clear open channel for source and higher consciousness, cosmic consciousness. And I had this conversation yesterday, is because I'm going to use this example. I just channel. I don't filter. My human used to filter. My ego used to filter because that's the conditioning. And when I literally stepped away without stepping away, and I went into full-blown channel on Thursday, and I was like, stepped out of it, and I'm like, I know it triggered and it activated and it cracked somebody open. I know that it was perfect, even in the uncomfortableness with the other people involved. But it was hard when I had other people say, well, that certain words need to be adjusted. And I'm like, well, do they? And it's like, if it's meant to be said this way, it's meant to be said this way. Now, being a psychic medium, and you filter. I realize this. I've been sitting with this and kind of talking this out with a friend and just myself and just my team, and like, quit questioning the delivery of your message because it was perfect. It wouldn't have been delivered perfectly if you allowed the ego mind to filter it out because certain words were being used. Does this make sense? I'm off over here looking. I'm like in like channel mode. So does this make sense? Like, let's say you're practicing and you've been practicing psychic mediumship or something like that, or maybe even Reiki, but the ego's still involved because you're receiving information from guides or team members, but you're still filtering the information. Whereas for me, it's like, there's your information, there's your sign, there's your activations, there's your codes, there's whatever it is, and it's perfect. And I have to be okay and stand in my power and know that it was delivered perfectly, because the human part of me, yes, not that I'm not empathetic, but I've gotten to the point where I know when Source has a fucking message, she has a message, and she has a message, and she will say it in a specific way for specific people, just the way I received information from Source. And it's not always fucking comfortable, especially when you are getting ready to wake the fuck up. Like I said, these second wave, here we go back to what we were talking about. The first wavers are coming to their Aishinatoria Naturio hatching season, so to say. They've done the work. If the first wavers have done the work, they've cleared the stuff, they've done the healing, they've done the introspection, they excavated all that shit out from within, because it's an inside fucking job. You are being activated and elevated, straight up. You're going to be hatching, activating, and elevating. You're going to be collapsing and integrating all of your aspects. That's a whole another conversation. Now what's going on is the second wavers, are what we call the second wavers, are waking up in these next couple of years. And maybe you're receiving this and you're part of that second wave. And when it seems like shit is falling apart, it's actually falling into place. The universe is moving things because you were unwilling to move that. Again, it's not wrong, it's just the way you coded yourself. And you just forgot that you called somebody in, like me, to activate you at a specific time because you're dragging your feet and you're not addressing certain things. And so I come in, Source comes in and says, all right, it's time. Rip the rug, slap you across the face. It's time to wake up. You got shit to do. You got to get to work. You got to get your house cleaned. You got to get your temple cleaned. You got to clear the fields. You got to clear the bloodline. You got to clear the soul lineage, because you got a big purpose. We've got big things. You know you've got big things. I'm just confirming this. You know this inside. You know this in resonance, especially if you're still here. So you're either with me with this first waiver that is literally going to another level, not because we're better, not at all. That has nothing to do with this, that, or someone's better than somebody else. That's not the way this is. All right? It's just the way you contracted yourself. You just forgot your contracts. You forgot your coding. Okay? It's there. It's in your field. It's in your physical body. It's in your energetic field. All right? So when you're watching videos, you're receiving activations, you're receiving codes. So like I said, going back to Michael Denny's video, he finally opened up to his collective, to the collective that received his messages about what's been going on with him in the past 4 years. And by him doing that, activated me even more. I can't use human words to explain that. But by him sharing his truth on a level that was so uncomfortable for his human, which is the point I've been trying to get across. Source has been what we've been trying to get across through my content for a while now, is you have to be so unfucking apologetic for who you are. Stand in your truth, stand in your power. Know you're a king, you're a queen, you are a fucking God. You are a God, you are a creator. Having this experience down here, learning, elevating your soul. I am here. So when he came out, I'm like, I was activated. I was so fucking appreciative. There's something shifted. It shifted in me. And that's what we hear. We are here to shift each other through this content, through our word, through our frequency, through our being out into public. I do grid work when I'm here. I anchor light and frequency codes. I clear. Any place I'm called into nature, I do grid work. I'm a multi-dimensional intergalactic being that is here in this earth school, going through everything that I coded myself and contracted with to be here right now. And yes, it has been a fucking journey. But I'm going to tell you, own it. And the quicker you're able to clear the distortions and the bullshit and all of the stuff, the faster things will start happening. The more you pretend like it's not there and it's not happening, the more fucking uncomfortable you're going to be. The more sickness and dis-ease and discomfort you're going to feel. And again, it's not punishment. Your soul is trying to wake you the fuck up. It's trying to shake you awake. It's trying to bitch slap you awake. Your highs is like, it's fucking time. There is no more time to play small. There is no more time to pretend that you are putting all of your energy into everybody else except for yourself. There is no time to quit dragging your feet. Does this resonate? Okay? I know it will resonate with those it's meant to resonate with. And if not, you're not here. 2222 on the timer. Thank you. All right? You can feel my passion, my frequency, my energy. And please leave it in the comments below if you feel like something has shifted with you. There's a pileated woodpecker. It's really loud. So if you feel like there has been a shift with any of my content, please interact with my videos. That just gives other people this information. It makes other people feel safe. So when I had this shift, I left 3 or 4 comments thank you. In many ways I said thank you. Something shifted, something activated in me, and I already hold a high frequency and energy. I already know that. So I know by him sharing that content with other people, it elevated them and it activated them and it shifted them in ways that their ego mind can't even understand. It may have even cracked some of them open to a deeper depth that they didn't even know they were ready for. Remember, be ready for what you didn't know you were ready for. Because your ego's going to constantly try to convince you you are not ready. You are ready and the time is now. Whether you're a first waver and you're getting ready to be launched into that next levels, or if you are that next wave waking up, we are all here for you. That is the point. This is why we're here. This is our purpose. We are here to assist collective consciousness. Just like people that woke up before me assisted me. And we're all connected. Everything is connected. It's not one person, one soul is better than the other. No, that's not the point. We're doing this together, whether you realize it or not. You crying and screaming in your living room, doing the healing work, is healing the collective consciousness. It's healing your soul lineage. It's healing the blood lineage that you incarnated in. All right? And that is big work. And the less you resist and the more present you become, the easier it is. I promise you. I know this from personal experience. I resisted for a long time. I tried to ignore it for a long time, and shit got really, really fucking uncomfortable until my highest was like, shake, bitch. I'd call it bitch slapped me awake. Basically, she bitch slapped me awake in the best way possible. All right. Wow. I didn't know this was thank you, Gaia. Thank you to the elementals. Thank you to the nature spirits. Thank you to Source. Thank you to my team members, to your team members, all those team members, ancestors, and angels, all beings of unconditional light. Give gratitude and thanks and call them in. Call them in the thousands. This conversation again yesterday, per a meditation, we're always only willing to ask for a little bit of help. Ask for all of the fucking help from all of the realms that are unseen, known and unknown, seen and unseen. All beings of unconditional light that are ready to work with you now, that can assist you now. Call them in. Call them in by the thousands and quit playing small. Ask for big help, not a little bit of help, and see what shifts in your fucking reality. See what starts taking place and see what unfolds. See all the magic in front of you in every now present moment. See the magic in every now present moment. See the magic in every now present moment. All of it. All of it. It's time. It is so fucking time to wake the fuck up. And again, like I said, if you've already gone through this first wave, get ready, beautiful soul, because you're going to take off like a fucking rocket ship. We are taking off like fucking rocket ships in ways that our ego can't even understand at this point. Your soul knows. Ego's in the back seat looking out the back window, enjoying the ride. That's where the ego is. You don't kill it, you dissolve it, you quiet, and you let it get curious and let it sit in the back seat. Okay? All right. I am you, you are me, and we are we, and the geese are like, yeah, bring it, bitch. It's time. It's time. And from the bottom of my heart, from Source above, from Gaia below, and everything in the middle from the heart, we bridge it. I love you. Bye.